Hi guys, Autumn here today to do my last weekly update wrap up for the month of September. So in total I have read 20 books in September and my Goodreads goal is at 111 books, but that's not all of the books I've read this year because I don't add some books. I'll leave, I think I'll leave like part. It did it a little weird. So I did the last week and the first week of September, the last week of August and the first week of September. Then I did the last 2 weeks in September, and then this is the third one. But I'll leave parts 1 and 2 down below if you're interested to see all of the other books I talked about. I just have 3 books to talk about today. So let's get started. The first one I read was Rock Chick Rescue by Kristen Ashley. This is book 2 in the Rock Chick series. I gave this 4.5 out of 5 stars. Really enjoyed it. It follows Jet and Eddie, and I listened to this on audio. And this series revolves around a group of people. And like most Kristen Ashley books, you have alpha males and some suspenseful stuff. A lot of the times there's like kidnapping, the girl's in trouble, and the guy is like, "You don't do anything, I protect you," or something like that. So this follows the same trope of her books. And I really enjoy it. I really like Kristen Ashley. She's one of my favorite authors, and whatnot. So if you like that stuff, then I would recommend reading her. And yes. Sorry I'm not going into too much detail because this is the second book, even though they can be read as standalones. I personally like reading series in the order they were written. So you meet the characters, and yes, but anyways, Jet just moved to, Denver, Colorado, and, she meets Indy, who is the first book. She works at a bookstore, and she hires Jet, and something is wrong with Jet, and then she meets Eddie, who is a cop, and Eddie wants to find out what's wrong, and it tries to help her, and yes, really did enjoy it. 4.5 out of 5. Then, this is not going in the order I read it, because the next book I show you is the last book I read, but I don't have the physical copy, and it is The Simple Wild, and you can even see it. Sorry. The Simple Wild by K.A. Tucker. This came out last month, on the 7th of August. I got it from the library audio. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Really enjoyed it. This follows Kala, who was born in Alaska. And when she was 2, her and her mom left to Toronto, Canada. And because her dad was a pilot and he would not leave Alaska. And then quite a few years later, at 26, she gets a phone call that her dad is not doing well, and that they think she should come to Alaska and visit. So she decides to go to Alaska. And then she meets Jonas, who is a pilot for her dad's thing, and stuff happens, and this book is very emotional, but I really enjoyed it. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, and yes, highly recommend. And the audiobook was good. I really liked the narrator, which is Rebecca Rakeka? Ross? I don't know. It could be Rebecca Ross. But I really enjoyed it. Then I also listened to All Your Perfects by Colleen Hoover, and this came out on the 17th of July. I just never got around to reading it. And I don't want to go too much detail about this one because I feel like all Colleen Hoover books is better to go in not knowing. But this follows Quinn and Graham, and it is set in two. You get now and then time links. But anyways, this follows the married couple and their marital problems, and it's very good. This is very emotional read too. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars and really enjoyed it. And this one is tied with Slammed as being my favorite Colleen Hoover book. I really loved Quinn and Graham. And yes, highly recommend. And those are the 3 books I read this week. I am currently reading the 3rd book in the Rock Chick series. I'm about 50% with that one. And and then I also have which is Rock Chick Redemption, which I'll show you the cover. There's that. And then I also have the newest Kaylee Scott book. It was a good idea at the time for my library on audio. So those are the books I'm going to start with this week, tomorrow. And yes. But those are all the books I read this week. And as I said, I'll post all my other videos that I talk about the books I read in September, so you could check that out. And if you're interested, check them out. And what books did you read this month? And if you read any of these, what did you think of them? And what was your favorite book read in the month of September? I think my favorite, I really enjoyed All Your Perfects. I think this one might be the favorite book I read this month. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was my favorite. And anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.